Now, I'm fully aware this could be a fake comment, but I wanted to make a video about this so you guys can kind of see this, understand it, and get my take on it, because I've seen this a countless number of times. In fact, this is probably one of the most popular questions I've seen coming out of the Sony fandom. And by that, I just mean that there's always a group of people in society that goes, I've seen a lot of positive reviews about this, and you're the only one who mentions this issue for motion about the A90J. Why is that? And do you have any thoughts about that? And it's this idea that one person saying something you should look into being completely outweighed by the vast amount of other people saying something entirely different. I'll just put it to you like this. When you're in a math class and everybody's blotting out answers and everybody arrives at one answer, they're like, this is the answer. This is the answer I choose. This is the answer for this problem. And then there's one kid that busts out with an entirely different answer. And at first everybody's like, that's ridiculous because if you work the problem this way, that's wrong. And then the professor gets up, checks his work and goes, actually, no, that's right. That's how you get the answer. And then everybody else who had the wrong answer gets pissy. Well, that's essentially what it's like in the TV world. Just because people think that they know what they're doing doesn't necessarily mean that they do. When you talk about the Sony A90J, you're talking about the motion performance. I've made it very clear on many occasions. You can watch all my videos on it. Essentially, if you watch horizontal panning at a fast rate of motion, you watch it at even 24p, the 3-2 pull down is terrible. In English, that means you're going to experience a lot of judder. You're going to experience a lot of the jittery nature to the picture that you don't want to see. And Sony has this inability through their motion interpolation, which is supposed to clean that up for anybody keeping score for what motion processing does and doesn't do. And it's so bad that there's like motion blur added to it to the point where everything is a smeary mess. And there are motion artifacts which make the image break apart. I'm the only one mentioning this because I'm the only one not trying to game my subscribers for monetization. Let me explain. And you really have to kind of like open your ears on this one because this is not a joke, people. This is not a game. This is not me bullshitting you. This is me as a creator breaking the walls down and kind of just letting you know what it is, okay? Listen, on YouTube, you're given all kinds of opportunities, financial opportunities. People have mortgages to pay. People have kids to feed. I mean, you look at some of these guys, they blatantly tout their families, their wives out on full display as they're doing their YouTube channels because it makes more money. That's what it's about. If I come out and I say, hey, don't buy this $3,000 TV, meanwhile, they just spent money to buy it and to review and then return it, or they got a sponsor to send them the product for review before they send it back to the sponsor, that hurts their videos because if everybody watching the video knows this is a bad product before they've gotten to glow about it, guess what's going to happen? The gig is up, right? Everybody knows how it's bad and in what way it's bad. So of course, the people who stand to gain the most from telling you that this is a wonderful product because every review they do, that's all the fuck they say. Sorry, pardon my French, but let's be real here. Look at them. Dude, seriously look at them. Every single one of these reviewers always will tell you everything's fine, wonderful, buy it in the end. It's a great product for the most part. Now, don't you see a massive conflict of interest when, in addition to that, they attach a bunch of sellers links, commission links at the bottom of their video called affiliate links? There is an entire industry called affiliate marketing. It is one of the most ever expanding markets right now and is one of the best ways to make money regardless of your YouTube size. You could be somebody with 100 subscribers and make $15,000 a month using affiliate marketing. That's how powerful it is if you sell enough product. You use enough vendors. That's how it works. And I don't use any of that stuff. I'm a crowd and self-funded channel, so I can be independent from affiliate links. I can be independent from all the other antics that a lot of the other YouTubers do, like selling out to the highest bidder for a sponsorship. This video is brought to you by WhoKeys or Squarespace or whatever you've heard, because that's how they're making their money. So when they get up there and they talk to you about their television, they're trying to, again, sell you on something. So you buy from the links below, give them money, and then in return, they make a profit. That's what it's about. Again, there is no secret. There is absolutely no secret. I sell my settings as a service on this channel. That is how I make money for the channel to stay independent. But again, that isn't a conflict of interest because I have no vested interest in either TV because I can make settings on any TV. That is a business model that, in my personal opinion, is better because again, it's more transparent. You know you're getting something out of the deal, and if it works for you, good. If it doesn't, you cancel and you leave the membership and things like that. And I think that freedom to move around is what makes me extremely different and what ultimately creates a lot of the hatred that you see towards my channel because I can genuinely do things that the other guys truly can't do, like be brutally honest when I look at something that's truly bad and tell you all the ways it is bad. And moreover, have a true incentive to do so versus just literally, glowing about something for the sake of keeping my channel alive. Because let's be real, people come to reviews to get an attaboy, to hear lip service. They come to get their ego stroked. It's basically like when your wife or your girlfriend or your mother or whatever woman in your life dresses up in a nice outfit and goes, "How do I look in this?" They're not looking for you to tear them down and to tell them all the ways they look like garbage. No, they are looking for you to tell them they look beautiful, they look wonderful, best ever. That's what people are going to reviews for. And so, naturally, when they come to my channel and they hear something entirely different, the anger is there, much like if you told a woman she was fat in a dress. There's no difference. Men act exactly like women, just with different topics in different ways. And the reality is, I don't care. If a product is bad, it needs to be reflected in the review process so that it can be improved. So when I am opening up my studio creator and I'm trying to interact with the community and I see comments like this over and over again, well, if everybody else is doing it, why won't you? I don't sing the company line, folks. I'm not for sale, and I'm not going to go along with the status quo ever, whether it's with COVID, whether it's with any other politics, whether it's with TV shit, video games, movies, any agenda, any place in the world. I'm not going to go with status quo. I'm going to gather information. I'm going to form educated opinions based off of facts, based off of actual science, and I'm going to go from there. I'm not going to sit here and play games with people and sit here and just give you falsehoods like, oh, the A90J is perfect for motion. That is one of the best TVs I've ever seen for motion. It's great for 24p movies, like some of these literally liars are saying, because I've sat down with every single action film that is worth a damn and played it on that TV. Pacific Rim being one of the worst I've ever seen in my entire life on any TV on that TV. Then counteractively, you go to something like an LG C1, and then the experience is mind-blowing. So when you have such a disparaging difference in motion processing and how choppy and juddery and smeary and artifact, centric the A90J is, it's a terrible TV for motion. And you're paying top dollar to get that. So if people like eating up trash from Sony and they like justifying it, then they can do that. I won't play any part in it. I'll tell you that it was trash. I'll tell you that they have room to improve. And ultimately, it'll be up to you to decide who you believe. But again, I wanted to address this because I do see a lot of people come onto the channel and say, you're the only one saying the A90J is any kind of bad. Well, why do you think I have so many videos addressing this topic over and over again? Because whether I get through to you guys or not, I guess is kind of irrelevant at the end of the day, but I'm going to make it abundantly clear. Don't insinuate that I'm dishonest. Don't insinuate that I'm not being forthcoming with you, because I'm the only one in the AV community that is doing that. Those are my thoughts about that for anybody wondering. Because if you can't genuinely look at that motion and be very honest about what you're seeing and how you arrive there, because we can all give, very person-to-person niche, very subjective kind of opinions like, oh, the motion is good. But if you don't tell us how you arrived there, if you don't give us very specific cases and examples what you were doing to make it good, then it's useless. Because if you're just looking at a TV and you're going, oh, this is a wonderful TV for motion, that's great. Anyone can say that. We don't exactly need you for that. But you need to be able to detail what you did to arrive at the conclusions that motion is terrible or motion is good. And I've given that. And I haven't seen any one of the people saying that it's good motion give any specific examples at all as to where the motion is good. And I would challenge those people, every single one of them, you know the names, I don't have to name them at this point, okay, to come up with multiple examples, multiple films, multiple movies that looked amazing for motion on those TVs. And I'd be very, very curious to see what movies specifically they say look really good for motion. And you know what? I'll genuinely try them out and see if I can't just debunk myself on that. So, open challenge for any AV YouTuber out there. any one of any subscriber count, period. If you are able to present me with a list of movies and I own any of them, I will go back to the drawing board and we will run motion tests and we will see if the A90J is actually as good as you say it is. But I'll tell you right now, I've run every movie from here to the end of time that is worth anything. And the motion is just plain bad. And so I'm being honest here and I'm trying to help you guys out. And it's very long and drawn out to say this for the billionth time. But essentially, unfortunately, I have to say it like this. Don't question me on my shit when nobody else is producing equivalent answers to the questions being asked in the AV industry. Thanks for watching the #1 brand in honesty. Until the next video, see you guys later.